Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking into the year of 2022. I can't believe that 2021 has almost come to an end. It's gone by so fast. So we'll look into 4 sections of this reading. So messages from tarot to start off with. Who will you be with the archetype cards, the main focus of the year, shadow aspects of the year, and self-care messages. So shadow aspects is things that may come up within you that you may feel like you need to work on, or just things like overarching shadow aspects of the year. So if you'd like a more in-depth personal reading, my Calendly link is down in the description box, along with the timestamps for each reading and my email address and Instagram account. Don't forget to like, comment, tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. Alright, so over here we have Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 and Group 4. Take your time to choose which group is for you. Choose more than one group if you wish. If you don't hear a message in your group for you, continue watching, as there may be a message in there somewhere for you. If not, then continue on to another reading. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4 and out. 2, 3, 4 to choose which group is for you. Pause if you need more time. Timestamps will be in the description box. And let's get to Group 1. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your What's Happening in 2022 reading. So first off, we'll look at messages from tarot, who will you be, and then the main focus of the year, and then the shadow aspects of the year, and self-care messages. So this reading may be a bit long, so grab yourself a cup of tea and get relaxed. And I wrote down some messages for your year. So Group 1, so this will be the main theme. It could be going across the year, or you may be feeling this now, so it may be something that you could work on throughout the year. So I wrote down muddled ? Why do you feel like you keep making mistakes? It's like leaving conversations feeling like you said something wrong. It's sending an email and fearing you've missed something out. It's important to find ways to steal your mind in 2022. Retrain your brain. Self-awareness is key. Notice your thinking habits. How can you rephrase your thoughts? Still your mind! ! So it's looking like the main focus is on your headspace, how you think about things, how you think about yourself. Because maybe right now you may be in this cycle of, okay, you're fine, but then you're interacting with others, or you have a decision to make and you don't know how to make up your mind. It takes you a long time to make up your mind. It's all about being in the best headspace that you can be in 2021. Yeah, being in the best headspace you can be in 2021. And not letting your mind run away with itself, with stories you tell yourself. I'm getting the 9 of Swords here. It's stories you tell yourself, feeling stuck in the same old thought processes, stuck in the same old, and you need to find your way out of that in 2022. Alright, so let's see what we can get with the tarot cards here. 9 of Swords, yes. I meant to say 8 of Swords actually, but 9 of Swords works too. Yeah, this is overthinking. Maybe you may experience many sleepless nights because, no, not sleepless nights, but dreaming about your problems, thinking yourself into a hole, I'd like to say, because I remember when I used to be like that. Rumination isn't fun, basically. And it's like thinking too much, and like maybe focusing on the negatives, focusing on what you thought went wrong when actually things are actually going right well. So 7 of Wands. Wow, this could be inner battles. Well, yeah, inner battles, because it's like battles in your mind and battles with your energy, going back and forth. I'm getting the 2 of Pentacles as well, going back and forth between many different scenarios. And I'm hearing the words calm down. Yeah, it's easier said than done. It's like when you notice that you are thinking a lot, when you notice that your energy, thinking a lot with the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's like you let your mind run away with itself, and it's catching yourself when you can. In 2022, maybe you're the sort of person that thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks, and there's no need for it, because it's like your mind makes things 100 times worse when it's not supposed to be like that. Maybe you talk yourself out of too many different things in 2022, sorry. Or maybe you have been doing that in 2021. And it's time to catch yourself. 4 of Swords. This the High Priestess. Yeah, there's a lot of so much happening internally. And the Knave of Chalices reversed. I'm hearing getting caught in the details. I'm hearing sitting with it as well. So it's important to sit with it and notice things. The High Priestess notices things and doesn't let on that she knows a lot about everything, basically. And the 4 of Swords is kind of like internalizing. So it's like, don't, in 2022, keep things to yourself. You notice something, or you have a download, or you have an intuitive hit, it's important to keep it to yourself. I'm not seeing here, okay, I'm seeing here, if you do, mention it to someone, and it could be that they don't believe you, and then you're like back and forth with these people, saying yes it is, and they're like no it's not, no it's not, no it's not. And it's important to build trust within yourself, validate yourself. Group 1, self-validation is key here. You need to build trust within yourself in 2022. And you need to be able to sit with yourself comfortably. The 4 of Swords and the High Priestess are very comfortable, whereas these 2 cards here, the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, feel very uncomfortable. Feel very comfortable within themselves and feel uncomfortable around people. So 2022 is all about feeling comfortable with yourself. Having a new understanding of yourself, a deeper understanding of yourself, and connecting with your intuition, not allowing your thoughts to run away with you, not allowing your energy to go out of control by the thoughts that you think, by, fighting against opposition. So opposition as in, oh, I sent off an email yesterday, I wonder how they'll take it. Oh, I didn't put a full stop in the message. Oh, this, oh, that. And it's like, okay, you've sent it off now. It is what it is. Leave it alone. Yeah, leave it alone. It seems like you need to leave a lot alone in 2022. Learn to leave things alone. Learn to say it is what it is, because not everything can go your way. And it's important to understand that. It's important to develop, I know, the feeling of I know that this is right. I know I am right. So why am I fighting against everything that I've sent off, fighting against everyone else's opinions? Settle your mind so you can feel settled within yourself in 2022. And where did I put the other cards? Here they are. Almost lost them. Here we have 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. So it's like feeling comfortable. It's time to get comfortable in 2022. Comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your surroundings, comfortable with other people, comfortable in your own energy. I'm hearing the word skittish with this Knave of Chalices card here in reverse. It's like there's this lack of trust here. Lack of trust in the process, lack of trust in your own abilities. And this reading is screaming, it's time to have trust within yourself. And then we have 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that holding on, holding back, not giving everything away, because there's no need to. There's no need to give everything away. And it's like being more introverted. Yeah, introverted is the right word here. It's time to work on yourself in 2022, Group 1. Keep your resources to yourself. If you keep giving too much of your time, energy, money, resources, then it's kind of like withholding it until you feel like you're in a better energy space to actually give more. Because I'm kind of getting the filling your cup. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know why it does that. So I'm getting that filling your own cup analogy, where it's like your cup is draining, but you still keep giving. But I feel like it's important to just refill your cup before helping others, before giving to others. Because if you give with an empty cup, then it's just, you're burning yourself out. You'll be burning yourself out. Hence why you'll be stuck in your head, like overthinking things. Did I do right? Did I just do wrong? Sit with your own energy with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The 6 of Wands. And the Wheel, yes. I'm hearing do things differently. It's kind of like this new cycle. 2022 won't be like your previous years. Like 2021, 2020, 2019. It's time to flip the script and be the best version of yourself with this big wheel in the forefront. It's like, make this your year, the best year yet. And how can you do that? It's about showing up as your best self with the filling up your own cup analogy I was speaking about before. How can you show up as your best self when your cup is running on empty? It'll be a time to Find yourself. Yeah, find yourself. Know your worth too, because the Queen of Pentacles knows her worth. Also go outside more as well. Be one with nature. The birds and the bees. It's just showing up as who you are and feeling comfortable with who you are before you go back out into the world. Of course you'll be out in the world, obviously, but it's like really doing that inner work. Going silent from time to time. Reflecting. Gaining that self-awareness. And knowing that what you did before in your previous years isn't going to, you're not going to make that happen again in 2022. So how can you up level? Yeah, you're up leveling Route 1. How can you up level? How can you be better than before? I'm hearing what is that saying? Be your own competition. No one else's competition. You just have to do better than you did before. I'm not saying that to add pressure on you. It's just that it's like looking at your past self and thinking, oh, I never knew, why was I like that before? Okay, how can I use that as a lesson and not do that again, not say that again, not act in that way again? Oh, interesting. And then let's look at who will you be in 2022. So we have Femme Fatale, light attribute, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens the heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. And then we have healer, yeah, go through your healing. Light attributes, passion to serve others by repairing the mind, body and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes, take advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but if you're having health issues and you're worried about that, it's almost like finding a happy medium, if that makes sense. Let me find a better way to word that. It's like maybe you've been finding ways to feel better within yourself, find holistic healing, and I'm kind of getting here, you'll find your thing that will help you, that will help heal you, that will help you for the better, just so that you're not in pain. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's kind of what I'm hearing here, because we do have the Four of Swords, healer, the High Priestess. It's still doing the healing for yourself. Not everyone can help you, but some people are a hindrance. Some things are hindering your growth, your healing, and it's just about going quiet, being with yourself and sitting with yourself, just so that you're not showing up as your worst self, as the person who is running on empty. Gossip, light attribute, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow attribute, thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Yeah, this is maybe the stories that you tell yourself. maybe when you're in a bad headspace, if it's like you aren't sleeping well, and because with me I haven't been sleeping well for the past 3 nights, and my headspace has just been a bit meh. So it's like if you haven't been sleeping well, and it's like lack of sleep causes you to think differently, think more negatively or something like that, and then that's a lack of sleep speaking, you know, negative thoughts into your mind, and then you're listening to it, and it's like, don't fall prey to that, don't fall victim to that. So all in all, sort out your sleep routine as well in group in 2021 group 1. Sort out your sleep, work on your headspace, don't hang around people on an empty cup, don't give your energy on an empty cup, because you're just emptying it even more. Show up as your best self once you have gone through that healing, that transformation. And then let's look at the main focus of the year. So we have whale breach. There's that communication. In the book, it's something to do with communication, because whales speak, well, they have a loud sound in the water, and it's like you can hear it a mile off or wherever, however long the distance may be. And it's just like your thoughts can be loud. So the main theme is to just refocus your thoughts, because it can really play with your emotions too. It can run deep, and it's like looking at the depths of you instead of just allowing things to just run away with itself. We have DNA karma, finding your balance. Ebb and flow, yes. It's like finding ways to go with the flow instead of going against the flow and feeling fearful of your emotional state. It's just being okay with where you are, being okay with how you feel, being okay with your thoughts, and being open with yourself. Because with this DNA karma card, these snakes are in balance. They are wrapping themselves around this pole and not breaking the pole, because they have a perfect grip on it. They're not squeezing too hard for the pole to break. And it's like you'll find your way. I'm hearing you'll find your way to balance. So you're getting the right pressure, the right just doing the right amount. It's all getting here. Full moon completion. Ah, yeah, so we have DNA karma and full moon completion. Something seems to be ending. It's like a lot is being highlighted for you, and it's time to end this cycle. You've done all that you need to do with this cycle. With, oh yeah, we have the wheel card as well somewhere. Yeah, the wheel. Ending of cycles for a new one to begin, because 2021 may have been a lot for you. Maybe you've been overthinking a lot. Maybe you've just really been in bad habits. But 2022, it needs to be your year, group 1. Because there's just been a lot. I'm just hearing it's been a lot, and it's time to find your balance, because all things have to come to an end eventually, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's see what we have here with the shadow aspects of the year. I may have to read the book because I haven't read these cards for a while. So we have Triumph of Lies. Yeah, what have you been speaking unto yourself? What what stories have you been telling yourself in your head? Because it's like, that's the darker side of you. With the Nine of Swords and the Triumph of Lies, it's kind of dwelling on the negative. It's thinking of the worst case scenarios, and it's kind of like you may dip in and out of talking yourself out of things, talking yourself into something else. And is it out of fear? Is it out of fear? Where does that even come from? So it's like it's like pulling yourself up when you feel like you are spiraling is kind of what I'm getting there. And then we have Downcast Pride. Let me just read the book and I'll be right back. Okay, hi again. Yes, so we have Downcast Pride here, and it's like, why are you overthinking? Why are you looking at the worst of a situation? Is it because you have low self-esteem? Is it because you don't have faith in yourself? It's like with pride, you have pride in your appearance, you have pride in the things that you have accomplished, you just have a strength in your abilities. But this person is looking down, and it's like looking down on yourself or at yourself, or it's kind of like not having faith in the things that you do. So it's kind of like the shadow aspects of the year is that your self-esteem may be a bit low, and that's probably why you'll be overthinking a lot. It's like talking yourself out of things, talking yourself into other things that aren't necessarily healthy. And it's almost like you've been doing it for too long now, because we have these leaves coming out of her head. And it's like, have you been doing this for your whole life, basically? And it's just working through that in this year, well, in 2022. Growing out of this fear. What can replace your fear, your low self-esteem? That's if you have low self-esteem, that is. How can you lift your gaze so you're looking at people right in their eye, so that you're looking at your fear right in its eye, so that you're looking at things with strength and confidence? So it's like you'll be raising your confidence in 2022, becoming more confident and becoming more, I would say prideful, but I think that's a big word here, but becoming more understanding of yourself, just becoming the best version of yourself, and moving out of fear. Wow, okay, so let's look at self-care messages. So this was quite a big reading anyway, but let's see if we can lighten things up here with the self-care. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Allow things to fall away. Don't have a tight grasp on things, whether these will be your negative thoughts, the stories that you tell yourself that aren't true. it's kind of like think differently so that those negative thoughts fall away and only positivity remains. Like, of course, you'll still have those thoughts every now and again, but it's about recognizing what isn't good for you, what's salt and what is sugar, what's sweet and what isn't good for you. Salt and sugar are equally as bad, but at least sugar is sweet. And being good to yourself. So your self-care message is practice being good to yourself, practice letting go, practice allowing things to fall away when it's no longer needed. And then we have escapist, come home to yourself. Yes, it's like being more comfortable within yourself. Read more books or start journaling your thoughts. Because it's like once it's on paper, that's how you can really end those overthinking cycles. Those I'm not good enough. That's how you can raise your self-esteem. Be more comfortable in your own space, because we do have the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. These people are very comfortable in their own space because they've been through a lot. Maybe they've seen a lot, they've thought a lot, they've heard a lot, they've felt a lot. And being comfortable in your own space is good self-care, because you're not wondering about others, you're not thinking about what other people are doing. Is think about what you're doing and stay in the moment. It's like focusing on what's right in front of you. And then we have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Maybe you have high expectations of yourself, and when you don't reach those expectations, that's when these thoughts come in. And it's like, try not to apply expectations to everything you do with interactions with everyone else. It's like, don't expect a response when you send off a message, and it's like you're waiting and waiting around. Don't expect a reply. It's like, take it easy on yourself, group one, because it's almost like there's so much more you can be doing with your time and energy instead of focusing on the outside world. This person is just sitting on a rock peacefully and smelling a rose. So it's kind of like doing the little things. Focus on what's right in front of you. And sword, make the change. Yeah, this woman has a sword in her hand. Sword represents the mind, thoughts, words, everything else to do with the thoughts, intellect, stuff like that. And it's like cutting off her hair in the mirror. So it's time to look at yourself. Look at yourself in 2022. See what needs to change about your situation. Because it's like, from what I read from the beginning, it's like your situation isn't helping you, it's hindering you. So how can you change things? Actively look at what you can change, as opposed to just sitting in everything, sitting and stewing in everything. Interesting. And then let's get some extra messages. Let's get some extra messages. Wealth. Health is wealth. I just heard. It's like everything that doesn't matter is falling away, and everything that does is falling into your lap. Wealth comes from a healthy mindset. It's not all about money. Yeah, this is coins dropping down. But it's like wealth comes from a healthy headspace. Wealth comes from just health as well. But yeah, so as well as that, it's like focus on your money, focus on work as well. And okay, so focus on work, focus on your inner work as well. So when you focus on work, obviously you'll be getting money. And learn as well, read books, because knowledge is power. So you'll have a wealth of knowledge. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Yeah, a lot of change is happening in 2022, but with internal change comes external change, because once you realize your worth, like the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and once you'll be able to sit with yourself and feel better within yourself, that's when external change can happen. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So yeah, finances, your finances will be improving in 2022. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. It's like things are heating up in 2022, but I'm kind of getting like, what will you do about it? Because sometimes you can jump straight out of the frying pan and into the fire. But it's like, if you're careful, you can put out the fire first, let the stove cool down, and then jump out the frying pan unscathed. Interesting. But even with the dolphin jumping in and out of the clouds and the sun coming up and coming down, there's this element of safety here. So it's kind of like you'll be safe in 2022, group 1. You just have to do things safely. Look at the tiny steps that you need to do before moving, before doing something, instead of going all out and then feeling some type of way when you've done that big thing. The tiny steps, take tiny steps towards your goals. And then let's get your last card here. So we have Unicorn. See the elegant magic of your individuality. Yeah, I'm just getting here. Build your confidence. Know that you are an individual and no one is like you. Group 1. Find what you're good at in 2022. Maybe you haven't found what you've been wanting to do. Maybe you haven't found, I don't know, but see your magic. You are magical, group 1. You just have to see that, because we have downcast pride and it's that low self-esteem. So build your self-esteem across 2022. Just so that you can see yourself as a somebody, as opposed to looking down on yourself. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it for the messages. Those are bigger messages than I expected them to be, group 1. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 1, muddled, question mark. Why do you feel like you keep making mistakes? It's like leaving conversations feeling like you've said something wrong. It's sending an email and feeling you've missed something out. It's important to find ways to still your mind in 2022. Retrain your brain. Self-awareness is key. Notice your thinking habits. How can you rephrase your thoughts? Still your mind, exclamation mark. Alright, group one, so that's what I'm seeing for you for your 2022. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your what's happening in 2022 reading, and we'll be looking at different themes of the reading. So messages from tarot to start with, and then who will you be with the archetype cards. The next section will be the main focus of the year, and then shadow aspects of the year, and then self-care messages, and then any extra messages that we can think of. So I wrote down some extra messages here for your year. So group 2, I'm hearing living life in the fast lane. In 22, it's important to grab opportunities that are presented to you. It feels like opportunities, invites, new interactions will be falling into your lap. Take these chances while you can. You only live once, and it seems that you will be realizing that in 2022. Yeah, because I kept hearing YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. And it's like grab chances while you can, group 2. I don't know if you're pretty hesitant about accepting invitations, taking risks, stuff like that. But I'm kind of getting like in 2022, for some reason, maybe you'll be taking more risks. Maybe you'll be seeing things differently as time goes on. Well, let's see what the messages we can get from your tarot. So we have 2 of Pentacles. This is managing your time better. This is going with the flow too. Go with the flow in 2022, group 2, because it's like, oh, 2022, you're group 2, and then there's a number 2 here. Oh, wow. Yeah, because it's almost like things will come up out of the blue that you weren't expecting. And it's like, how can I manage this? How can I put this into my diary, into all my other responsibilities? But I'm seeing that you will be able to do that. You will be able to find ways to incorporate different things into your routine, into your day, into your night. It's just I just keep hearing go with the flow, because you'll be in a good space. I'm seeing here the Tower. Okay, yeah, finding your way in tower moments, finding your way through unexpected things that may occur in life. And being okay with the upheavals that may happen. It's finding your way through it all. Unscathed, I'm hearing. These 2 people may feel like they're gonna get hurt by being pushed out of this tower, but it's like they'll come out unscathed. It's just about doing things that are outside of your comfort zone. Don't be stuck in the same old, in the same everyday routines. Shake it up a little bit. The Magician. Take more control. Do things differently, even if you feel like you don't feel like you need to do it, or you don't feel like you want to do it necessarily, because you can get quite comfortable in your tower. You can get quite comfortable in doing the same thing over and over again. But I'm kind of getting the Chariot card here. It's like grab hold of the reins and just go with it. And just do things differently. Because with the Magician, and it's like with the Tower, it's almost like, okay, I'm not going to leave this tower because I am not used to being out of this tower. I am not used to doing things differently. I am not used to... Okay, I'm scared. basically I fear what's on the other side of this tower. I fear that if I fall out of this tower, I'm gonna fall flat on my face. But the Magician card is here to say that you have all that you need to come out of this tower unscathed. You may feel like you haven't got the experience, you haven't got the, you know, the money, the emotional maturity to handle this fall, but you can handle it all because we have the Two of Chalices here, the Two of Pentacles, sorry, here. Apply yourself in the best way that you can. Because yeah, it may seem like you're going through darkness through the moon. I'm getting the moon card here, but you can do it. Have faith in yourself. Even if you don't have faith in yourself, fake it till you make it. And then we have Nine of Wands. Yeah, you may feel like it's fearful for you. Maybe you tried before to do something differently, but it's like, oh, fear got in the way, and then maybe you stopped. But with the Nine of Wands here, this person is perseverant, and it's like, don't stop moving forward. Don't stop out of fear, out of, oh, this is gonna go wrong, this is gonna go wrong. But it will go right. I just keep hearing that it'll go right. Put that here. And the Six of Pentacles. Alright. I feel like you'll be in a good space. Yes, the Six of Pentacles is basically feeding the homeless. You may feel like you're in a bad spot for a while after coming out of this tower moment. But it's like the Six of Pentacles says that you do have the resources. Or it could be that someone else is coming along to offer a helping hand, to help you back up, to support you. But for some of you, it's like someone coming to support you, or it's just you taking the reins and feeling confident in your own abilities, faking it till you make it. Some of you may feel like you have to fake it till you make it. Some of you may feel like, okay, I have all I need to make this a success, to make this something. And it's like, okay, I have prepared for the unknown. I have prepared for things to go sideways. And that's why you are able to land on your feet. And then let's get some extra messages with this other tarot deck, Lightseer's Tarot. Oops, what other messages do we have for group 2 for the year of 2021? Wow, yes, the moon. I mentioned the moon earlier, so it's like you may fear that things will go wrong. You may fear that things aren't as you planned it. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but fear is overrated. Fear keeps you in the tower. Fear keeps you from doing things that you want to do. But the Magician is here to say that you can do it. The Magician says that you just have to pull your resources, your knowledge, your skills together and make it work. Make it work, group 2. And then we have Strength. And Queen of Cups. At the bottom of the deck we have Ten of Swords. So it could be that you're intentionally leaving this situation because you've been there for too long. And it's like, okay, it's time to leave, even though I'm unsure about the direction I'm going into. I have to keep moving forward. I have to do this for my mental health, for career progression, for my maturity, because I was hearing the words I'm leaving home as well. So maybe you're a teenager about to leave home, or you're later on in your life and you want to leave home. And it's like you're wondering how for a long time, but it's almost like in 2022 you're intentionally making a decision to leave. And it's like you'll be all right, because we have the Strength card as well. Well, 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck again. We have the Strength card, and this is all about following your heart. This woman in the Strength card follows her heart, and it's doing what's best for her, her energy, what will, you know, feed her spirit. Because we have the Lamb here at the bottom of the woman and the lion, and it's like, okay, I'm not taking this lamb because it's not going to fill me up. I am not taking this lamb because we need something bigger. We need to we need to go for something more substantial than a little lamb. So it's like maybe you've been used to doing things on a smaller scale. With this lamb is tiny. But I'm hearing the words, are you willing to risk it for a chocolate biscuit? That is the question. Take risks in 2022. And then the Queen of Cups is like, really do what's best for you. Listen to your intuition. It's like being in the best. Okay. What am I hearing here? You can't. What is this message? Hold your hands up to progress. Sometimes you can't guess where things are headed. Sometimes you gotta take control, and sometimes you just gotta let things be and allow things to happen. But make sure it's good for you first before you allow things to happen around you. Make sure it sits with you in the best way that it can, because you need something more substantial. If you're seeing that it's not a good fit for you, then whatever, let it go. But if it is a good fit for you, it's allowing things to happen and unfold in the way it should be in 2022. And then we have the World. Yeah, it seems like there's an end of a cycle to start anew. Because we had the 10 of Swords, we have the Tower, we have the Magician. Ending something so something new can begin. It's like you'll be experiencing many different endings, closing chapters that has been needing to close for a long time, but it wasn't the right time. Okay, it wasn't the right time, but it seems like 2022 will be the right time for things to happen. Getting out of your comfort zone. It's like you have to go through unsettling times just so that you can go for something more substantial. Alright. Oops. Go for a more full-bodied experience with this World card. And then let's get these cards for who will you be in 2022. So we have Rescuer, light attributes, provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts of love with no expectation of reward. Shadow attribute assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of getting here, yeah, you will get yourself out of situations, even if you feel like you're comfortable, even if you feel like, oh, I'm safe here. How willing are you to go for the life you want and get out of your comfort so that you can start something new, so that you can gain a new form of security? Because this person in the lifeboat has a life, a life raft or something like that. And it's like you'll always find your way, you'll always find something. You'll always find your way to safety. Yeah, you'll always find your way to safety, even though things feel unsure. So in 2022, you'll be the person who is willing to jump out of this boat and to find something to grab onto to get to safety. And then we have Destroyer, yeah, light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Shadow attributes, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Yes, you aren't holding on anymore in 2022. It's like a slow build up, quite possibly, because volcanoes, they stay inactive for a while and then all of a sudden they want to erupt. And it's like time to, in 2022, it's time to erupt, it's time to come out, it's time to get out of your safety zone. It's just time to do things that are unexpected of you. Well, not unexpected, because maybe you've been sitting on it for a while, thinking about it for a while, and maybe you're not expecting to do things so soon. Maybe maybe you've been talking about it for a while, but you stay in your tower, and people aren't expecting you to actually do anything. But it's time to do something about things in 2022, because you will find safety again. You will be safe, even though things may feel unsure. Oh. And then what will be the main themes of 2022? We have wind activation, yes. The wind may be blowing you out of this tower. It's about making things happen. How can you make things happen if the air is still? Sometimes you have to force things to happen. Sometimes you have to push things to happen, and sometimes things will happen naturally in 2022. Maybe at some point you'll speak more than you act, but then there comes a time where you have to be like, okay, I've been talking too much, it's time to act. So your actions meet your words. So make sure your actions align with your words. Milky Way perspective, because it's like you've just been doing things one way for too long, and that's why you've been stuck in the tower. But there's just needs to come a change of perspective, or you find a change of perspective at some point, because you've been talking for too long. And it's like, okay, I need to start doing now, because it's just been one way and no other. tree grounding. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. You planted the seeds, and now it's time to show up for yourself. Show up for yourself in group 2 because you're in a what? Show up for yourself in 2022 because you'll be in a good position to do it. Really ground yourself in what you want to do and trust that you can grow and flourish. And then we have meadow vulnerability. There's so much that you can do with this perspective card and the meadow. There's so much to a meadow. There's so much beauty, so many flowers, so many, so much grass, so much space. And there's so much you can do in 2022. And make sure you grab those experiences. As I wrote down, you're living life in the fast lane, and it's important to grab the opportunities. So many beautiful flowers, so many beautiful smells in this meadow. There's the lavender here. And it's like, make these decisions calmly because they do have the Two of Pentacles, and that's landing on your feet. So it's important to just do it. Group 2. So it's matching your actions with your words, changing your perspective on things, knowing that you are in the good position to do something, and being open to all the changes that are happening. Let me just grab some water. Okay, and let's look at the shadow aspects of the year. And then we have, is this me? Yes. It's like you won't be able to believe that these things are happening. Maybe because you have been stuck in your tower. You've been stuck in the same old. And it's like, is this me? I've been doing the same thing over and over again, and it's like I can hardly recognize myself because I've been saying that I need to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, that, the other. And it's like you haven't done it, and it's like becoming someone or something that you didn't expect yourself to be. And it's like the sword is stuck in the ground. And it's like, are you going to grab this sword and run with it? Or are you going to let it stay there? Because the challenge in 2022 is doing what you say you're going to do. And by the sword being in the ground, that's like your words having no substance. So the challenge is to practice what you preach. And then the perchance to dream. Yeah, it's like is what you are saying going to remain a dream? Or are you going to take action? Because sometimes what we say, we don't act on. We dream of it, we sleep on it, obviously we sleep on it and dream on it. We just sit with it. And the challenge is to just wake up. Wake up with the Tower card. The main challenge is to practice what you preach. You may be dreaming about the life that you want, and maybe you fear going in that direction because maybe you have to do certain things that you're not used to, stop doing things that you love to do. But you have to take a chance on the things that you want. Will you risk it for a chocolate biscuit? And then let's see some self-care messages after all of that. We have stand up for yourself. This is about putting the spark back into yourself. So as I was saying before, maybe you're dreaming about the life that you want. And it's actually putting that spark into things. Be more creative in 2022. Because your way will be lit up. Don't allow things to slip on the wayside. And it's actually taking action. So your self-care message is to take action. Oops. Potion, remember to practice self-love. What is your self-care routine? What is your routine as a whole? And then we have protest, start a revolution, start things up because you've been in your tower for too long. It's like, what's it going to take for you to come out of your tower and come out and join everything that's going on, or join your family, your friends? Do something that you believe in. That is good self-care for you. And then spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Get yourself out there, go out with your friends, meet your friends with this start a revolution, and don't be afraid to sing. And just don't be afraid to come out of your dreams and into a space of, okay, I can do anything that I want to do, and actually do it. Put action to words, practice self-love and self-care, meet up with your friends, slowly come out of your tower. You don't have to do all at once. It's just slowly, slow and steady wins the race and meets up with friends. Alright, so is there any other messages? We have door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Wow, this is the door to the tower. And it's like, are you going to open that door, or are you going to keep it locked, or keep it shut because it looks like there's no key there? You don't need a key. All you need to do is open the door and actually go after for your opportunities. Yeah, because I did write, it's important to grab opportunities that are presented to you. It feels like opportunities invites new interactions with falling into your lap. And it's like, are you going to take those opportunities, or are you going to keep the door closed out of fear? We have moon, changes in your life. Yeah, there's a lot of changes going on in 2022. Maybe you'll be unsure about a lot of them, but it's important to just grab those opportunities and embrace those changes. Axe forces working against you. It's kind of like cutting out old habits, because those are the forces working against you. It's the not opening the door, it's the fearing what it will be ahead of you in 2022, and it's kind of like, just cut it out. Do what you gotta do. Wreath, sorrow over loss. It's like an ending over your old life to start something new. Yeah, it may be sad at first because you were used to it, or it's like you never thought that things would change. But allow yourself to grieve your old life so that it's easier to move forward. Cat, a two-faced friend. Yeah, so there may be a two-faced friend in your life in 2022, and it's important to be open to seeing that. Or this could be that you will be getting a cat, or this could be just a guide for you in 2022. Look at cat medicine, cat totems online. Trust your intuition too with cat. And then let's see your last card for 2022, discovery. Reawaken your senses of discovery and expedition. Yes, the world is your oyster. There's so much to discover in 2022. You just have to put one foot in front of the other. Don't be afraid to come out of that tower, out of the life that you've known for such a long time. 2022 is the year of discovery and opportunities. And who are you to ignore that? Who are you to put that to the side? You have to go through your experiences just so that new doors can open up, because we have the door here. Once you open one door and experience one thing, another door will appear and you'll have to open that door too. What's behind all the doors you'll be opening in 2022? Don't be afraid to take risks. And build your sense of adventure. I'm getting the Knight of Wands here. If one thing doesn't work, then maybe another thing will work when you open up another door. But don't be afraid to make new discoveries, travel to new places, even though you're unsure about how or where you'll end up. You will always land on your feet. Wow, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2, for your 2022 messages. I like that for you. Alright, so I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 2, I'm hearing living in the fast lane. In 2022, it's important to grab opportunities that are presented to you. It feels like opportunities, invites, new interactions will be falling into your lap. Take these chances while you can. You only live once, and it seems that you will be realizing that in 2022. So that's what I'm saying for you, group 2. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your what's going on in 2022 reading, and there'll be 5 sections we'll be looking into. So messages from tarot, who will you be with the archetype cards, the main focus of the year, shadow aspects of the year, and self-care messages. And I wrote down some extra messages before we get into the reading. So if these messages don't resonate with you, continue on with the cards. But I will be integrating what I wrote in with the reading. Alright, so let's start off with your tarot cards. Oh, I didn't even read the messages, excuse me. So group 3, in 2022, listen to more music. I keep hearing She Wants to Move by Pharrell Williams. Move your body more, go dancing, sing karaoke, have more fun. You never know who you could meet. Don't sit around waiting for life to happen. Take chances while you're young. I was going to write take chances while you can, like I did in group 2, but it felt right to write down take chances while you're young, because maybe you'll be doing things that won't be available to you once you do grow later on into life. And she wants to move, but you're hugging her, you're guarding her, Mr. But yeah, so with that song, it's like they're singing about a woman who is free to move around, And it's like free up some space so you can move around in 2022 group 2. This could be about travel, or this could be about just having more fun. Don't restrict yourself. Yeah, don't restrict yourself in 2022, because maybe you'll look back and think, why didn't I take this opportunity? Why didn't I go to this event? Why didn't I go out and dress up and have fun when I had the chance to? Which is pretty interesting message right there. Alright, let's see. So we have 9 of Chalices. King of Swords. So maybe there are times where you can feel a bit judgy about some things that are occurring in 2022 or during 2022. But it's important to not get too much in your head about things, not find the logic in everything. Like, yeah, of course, use your head about things. Yes, think things through before you say things or do something. But don't be don't be so harsh on things before you try it. Don't knock it until you try it, group 3. Because some people, or maybe some people, may see you as someone who doesn't want to take chances, someone who is quite cold because they don't want to try anything. The Knave of Pentacles. Yeah, don't knock it till you try it, because you only live once. I wrote that in group 2 as well. Maybe group 2 will be a good reading for you because there's overlapping messages here. Because maybe you have the tendency to be quite harsh about things. I'm hearing go with the flow. I'm getting the 2 of Pentacles, but go with the flow of things. Okay, I'm hearing be more in your body and not in your head. So being more in your body is moving your body. I'm really moving my body right now. And while I'm reading this, I was even moving my body while I was reading what I wrote down. It's being more heart-centered. Like, yeah, still think things through. But be careful with the things that you say as well in 2022. And be at one with your surroundings, be at one with the people around you. Yeah, be careful with your words, because you never know who you can hurt with the 3 of Swords. I'll put that there. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like you can be very quick with your words. Maybe you tend to judge too harshly, too quickly. Get more soft, be more soft in your approach with the Ace of Chalices. Soften the blow a little bit. Maybe there'll be a lot of, I want to say, not altercations. There may be a few conversations that need to be had in 2022. And it could either hurt, or it could go either way. Basically, it could hurt, or you can work together with this 9 of Chalices to make things even better. The truth is a gift with this Knave of Pentacles. You can either lean into it or deny things with the 3 of Swords. So it's like, it could be so easy to take offense to things. It could be so easy to get hurt by words. Be hurt by the words that others say to you, or others be hurt by what you say to them. And think before you speak, basically, because words can go a long way. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else that we can get from these cards here before we move on. I think before you make a decision, because when you say that you're going to do something and then you move towards it, then it may not be the best decision for you. But if you think things through like the King of Swords and then go for it, then you'll be in a better position, because you'll be moving from a space of, I've thought this through and I know what I want now, so I'm going to go after it. Let's see what else we can get. So, Knave of Pentacles. Take opportunities when you can, basically. Oh, we have the Page of Pentacles again. Let's see what are the messages. Okay, Four of Cups. Don't overlook things that are coming towards you, because maybe there are times where you'll be a bit bored, and then that's why maybe you are saying things that you don't mean, quite possibly, because there's nothing to do. Maybe you're just a bit bored. So it's like brighten your life by doing things that you would normally knock before you try. Challenge yourself to do that. Think before you speak. The Six of Pentacles. There's so much out there to be done. There's so much out there for you. You just have to, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but you just have to open your eyes to it. The Page of Pentacles, be open to explore. So we have two pages, one knave, one page. Be open to explore new things, new experiences. And then the Four of Swords. Okay. Let's just... Yeah, so sometimes you may be handed opportunities and you're thinking, okay, this will be the same old, like I used to have, like I used to do, and I'm bored with it now. But sometimes something new may come up and you may feel like, oh, this is just going to end up the same way as everything else. But it's not. This seems more abundant than you're used to. And in that way, you could knock it before you try it. Just be open to explore the different opportunities, different things that may come up. But don't forget to have your rest, go through your healing as well. Because we do have the Three of Swords, which is about some form of separation or hurt words being said. Hurtful words being said, and it's just being able to sit with things, being able to take a break, take time out, because maybe there'll be abundance of things for you to do, and it could be so easy to forget to take a break. It could be so easy to be like, it could be easy to have FOMO, fear of missing out. But know when is enough, when enough is enough, and then get back to it in 2022. Alright, so let's see these extra messages. So we'll have, who will you be in 2022? So we have Saboteur. Light attributes highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. Shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Yeah, be careful not to undermine others. Be careful not to judge others in 2022. Be careful not to knock it before you try it. Because as it says here, maybe it's self-sabotage, self-destructive behaviors, ignoring things because maybe it's the same old, same old. But don't burst your own bubble, or just burst your own bubble, because if you don't take these opportunities, then you'll just be stuck in the same old, won't you? So just burst that bubble and come back down to earth and take these opportunities, basically. So you'll be the person who will be bursting your own bubble, who will think about things before doing them, before saying something. Athlete, like attributes, dedication to transcend physical limits, including handicaps. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Shadow attributes, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. I feel like you'll be celebrating yourself a lot in 2022 because you'll be overcoming a lot of adversity. I don't know if this is to do with the hurtful saying things in a nice way, thinking before you speak. It's almost like doing things differently, not wanting to be the same as before, outdoing yourself. Because with athletes, it's like they are trying to beat their last score, and it's like you're outdoing yourself in 2022. And then we have dilettante, and then we have light attributes. Delights in the art without having to be professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attribute, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Yeah, you're having your hands in many different pots in 2022. And that's because it's like you're open to have more fun. And you're not sitting around waiting for life to happen. You're actually doing stuff. Doing some things that you're not used to. Taking a pottery class, I don't know. Painting more, sorry. Going dancing, going to karaoke, stuff like that. It's doing many different things and finding your balance in that. So you'll be becoming a multitasker, but it's kind of like you doing different things. Maybe one night you'll be going karaoke and then you decide, okay, let's go for a meal. Okay, after that meal we're going bowling. It's doing stuff like that, having more fun. You'll be more of a fun person in 2022, I'm getting from this. And then let's look at the main themes of 2022 with these 4 cards here. So we have Tsunami Wake Up Call. Yeah, bursting your own bubble. And it's like, okay, so now that I've burst my own bubble, what is going to happen now? It's opening yourself up to the sides of things that maybe you closed yourself off from, maybe you ignored, but it's like you're not ignoring things in 2022. You're opening yourself up to things that can potentially hurt you with like shadow work or just doing that deep inner work. And as I was saying before, it could be that you'll be saying something that other people may not agree with, and it could go either way. So it could go in like, oh, I agree with you, I'll do this, this, that, the other. Or it could go the other way where it's like the person feels offended, or this could be about you. Dream time creation, yes. Become more creative. Having your hands in different pots. Having more colourful experiences and doing them all as opposed to ignoring them with the Four of Cups. Forest breath. And dance celebration, yes, go dancing. As I wrote down here, Pharrell Williams, she wants to move. And this is literally how I see that music video and how I see the music when I listen to it. It's like, move your body, don't stay still in 2022. Get more creative. It's all about being okay in the here and now as well. It's like this wake up call is a breath of fresh air. Yeah, it may feel like it's a lot to take in. Maybe it feels like it'll be a lot to process. But at the end of it, it's like you'll be able to breathe much freely. And it's like having to thank the person for saying that to you, or this person thanking you for saying that to them. It's whichever way it goes, it's something that needed to be heard so that more stability can be added into your life or their lives. And then let's look at the shadow side of 2022. So we have the temple of my body and revenge. Yes, okay. This makes sense. As I was saying before, it could be that you have tendency to say things as it is and not think before you speak, maybe even judge others. And it's like, out of revenge, someone could say something hurtful back, or you can say something hurtful back. And I feel like it's important to hold your tongue a bit, because it could end up in, oh, you said that, so I'm gonna say this. This person highlighted the truth, but you're not accepting the truth, or vice versa. And it's, maybe you take offense too much in 2022, and that's something to work on. And then the temple of my body. This is like feeling insecure about yourself. Maybe they're highlighting insecurities that you probably buried and you don't want to think about it. And it's all about becoming comfortable in your body. And maybe that's why I kept moving around, dancing around while I was doing this reading. It's about maybe you're feeling uncomfortable, and then it's all about feeling comfortable in your body in 2022. So two very different cards here. Wanting to say hurtful words and not feeling comfortable in your body. But it's time to hold your words in 2021. Don't feel the need to react. And build a better relationship with your body in 2022. Don't feel like you have to hide away, cower away because of discomfort. Alright, so let's look at the self-care messages on the back of those messages there. Raindrops, take a chance on them. Self-care could be going to a therapist. Self-care could be talking honestly with a friend. Self-care could be just going out into the rain, as we see here, there's rain in the card. And I'm hearing dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain is so therapeutic. It's fun. Go swimming, maybe as well, if you enjoy swimming. Just be around a body of water, by the sea, or go to a river, something like that. Yeah, Voyage, you already have the answers. Yeah, go around a body of water, go swimming, do something like that, water activities, because maybe you enjoy being around water. Take yourself on a mini break, a weekend break away to a different city. Get lost and find yourself again, or have a map as she has in her hand, or just go on a full blown holiday for like 2 weeks or something for your self-care. Go with a friend, someone who's really close to you, to reconnect with them, or go by yourself. Take yourself out on a date. And then let's get some extra messages here. We have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Yeah, so personal strength and peace. Being at peace within yourself. Once you burst your bubble, come out of the same old. March. So March may be a significant month for you in 2022, or maybe a Pisces or a Aries will be a big theme in your life. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Yeah, so this is like just releasing the past, maybe releasing grudges, releasing pain that you have been feeling, getting removing bad relationships from your life, doing things differently and ending a cycle. And heart, love, deep affection and caring. Yes, be more heartfelt. As I was saying before, it's like maybe you've been too much in your head, maybe you've just been too much judging and being harsh with your words. It's like soften up a bit in, it's like you'll be softening up a bit in 2022 and being more heart-centered. That could be going because you're going to a therapist and it's like your heart chakra is opening up because you're exercising your throat chakra and talking about past hurts. So in that way you're being more heart-centered instead of being more judgy. Interesting. And then we have for your last cards, before we end your reading, we have Universe. Always be in harmony with the universe, finding your harmony, finding your flow in 2022. Because there's so many phases it's looking like in 2022. Difficult phases and easy phases. How are you going to make your way through these different phases? And then we have this balance here with this side of the spectrum and that side of the spectrum. It's important to keep finding your balance, finding yourself in the month, in 2022, sorry. Yeah, so it seems like you'll be finding yourself in 2022, group 3. It's just going to come with revelations, is the word I'm getting here. Leaving some things behind so that you can be at harmony with yourself and feel better within your body. Alright, so that's what I'm saying for you, Group 3. I'll just reread these messages and that'll be the end of your reading. So, Group 3, in 2022, listen to more music. I keep hearing She Wants to Move by Pharrell Williams. Move your body more, go dancing, sing karaoke, have more fun. You never know who you could meet. Don't sit around waiting for life to happen. Take chances while you're young. Alright, Group 3. So that was your reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi Group 4, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So in today's reading is all about what's happening in 2022. So we'll be looking at different sections of the reading. So messages from the tarot, who will you be with the archetype cards, the main focus of the year, shadow aspects of the year, and self-care messages. And as usual, I wrote down some messages before I started recording, and I'll just read those before I get into the reading. But if you don't resonate with what I wrote, continue on with the cards. But I will be integrating what I wrote into the reading. Alright, so let's go. So Group 4, I wrote, your intuition will be developing and deepening in 2022. Trust your feelings. Buy a tarot deck, build a spiritual practice, practice mindfulness. 2022 brings to you growth. Growth can happen overnight or it can be a slow burner. However, it is for you to be patient. Patience is key. Don't rush yourself. So if you feel like your intuition is heightening right now, be prepared for it to deepen and become much sharper. That's the kind of feeling that I was getting anyway. And it could be that you may feel frustrated that things aren't picking up in the direction that you want it to. Things won't feel like they are picking up, like your intuition. Like maybe sometimes you'll feel a feeling and then the next minute it's like, oh, where's my intuition gone? Has it disappeared? No, it just possibly means that you're not meant to feel anything just yet. It's not the right time to. Nothing much is happening at that time. It just comes and goes as it's meant to come and go. So don't feel any type of weight about that. Don't rush yourself. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We have the Knight of Wands. Be more adventurous. Be more spontaneous in 2022. And make new friends. Like, yeah, some people that you meet in 2022 will be acquaintances. Some people you may not be able to connect with, and some people you'll make lifelong friends with, and that's okay. It's just you gotta keep moving. Stay around for a little while, but keep moving nonetheless. Yeah, 3 of Wands, keep moving nonetheless. Because there's just so much not potential, so much that's opening up to you in 2022. You just have to be open to it and open to moving in that direction. Wow, that's powerful, Group 4. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm feeling the power of this group. It's like you're not staying around if things aren't working. If things aren't working, bye on to the next thing. Because there's so much more out there that can be done, that there's so much more things out there to be achieved. And it's like, if something isn't working, then that's fine, I'm on to the next. I'm being true to my spontaneity and actually making a move. So it's like, make moves in 2022, Group 4, 5 of Swords. Yeah, because some things aren't meant to stay forever. Some things aren't meant to remain in your life forever. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but don't lose sleep over what hasn't worked out. Yeah, things may be hard to let go of, but know when to let go and know when to keep going. the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it could be so easy to overthink things, but don't lose don't lose sleep over it. Yeah, of course, think things through first, but there's a point where things become obsessive, or things can just get a bit on top of you, and it can kind of dampen your fire, so just be careful not to get too much into your head about things. It's important to move on just as quick as something has happened. Justice, find your balance. Yes, it's like I think I said this before, but there's a fine line between I'm overthinking this and I have my spark, I have my spontaneity. So it's kind of like being able to dip in and out of your thoughts, not losing sleep over things, because there's so much more out there for you with the Three of Wands. Don't cry over spilt milk, I'm hearing. Don't cry over spilt milk. Six of Pentacles. I don't feel like this is your card, so I'm just going to reshuffle that. Okay. Yeah. Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Don't lose sleep over things. Maybe you'll be struggling a bit in 2022. Maybe there'll be a lot of maybe there'll be personality clashes with different people, and it's like, don't allow these interactions with those people to overshadow your year. It's like, yeah, I am in this kerfuffle here, but okay, it's deciphering what's your energy and what's everyone else's energy. Don't get lost in everyone else's energy, because you don't want to lose your way in that. Yeah, because the Justice card knows who's her energy and who's everyone else's energy, and the Justice doesn't lose sleep over what's done, over what someone said, over a case that she has to fight on, or whatever it is. Know what's yours. Know what everyone else's energy is, and then leave it alone when you leave that interaction, and then on to the next. The Four of Wands. So much fire here. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, because it could be that you could be really thinking a lot in 2022, and that can really get in the way of your energy. It's like not seeing the bigger picture. It's like getting caught. Okay, it could be that you can get caught up easily in arguments, in other people's quarrels, in other people's business. But look at the bigger picture with the Ace of Swords. Look at the bigger picture. Your problems, no, everyone else's problems aren't yours. Learn to separate yourself in 2022, because it's your energy that matters. It's your energy that matters. And then we have the Three of Wands again. There's so much out there for you. Focus on your desires, focus on your passions, just focus on you. Because if you focus on everyone else, it's just adding fuel to an unnecessary fire. Focus on what's necessary in 2022. And if you feel like your view is limited, what can you do to open your mind again? Do you need to take a step back? Or do you need to leave entirely? But of course, that is up to you. And then let's look at who will you be in 2022. Who will you be in 2022? So we have, wow, yeah, mystic light attributes, revels in intimate union with the divine, shadow attribute, delusional rapport with the divine, yeah. As I was saying before, your intuition will be developing and deepening in 2022. And it's like your relationship with your intuition should matter more than your interactions that aren't working. It matters more than being in other people's energy. It's building the relationship with your intuition, building your intuitive gifts, and exploring that, opening your mind to it. Maybe meditate to open up your crown chakra, because with this King of Swords it's kind of like blocked. Maybe your crown chakra is blocked actually, and that's why you're not seeing the bigger picture. So it's like, how can you unblock your crown chakra? Is it walking away or just stepping back from others? Because you need to find your base, find your center in 2022. And then we have Virgin, light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. Yeah, you'll be someone who's clearing the way, opening your crown chakra, becoming more stable within yourself, and not concerning yourself with other people's quarrels, other people's arguments, other people's energy. You gotta go through a clearing ceremony or something like that. Clean your space, clear it all out, sage your space, Palo Santo, something like that, just so there's a clean slate. Meditate to open your perspective, open your mind to everything else out there, because that's so important, it seems, here, because there's so much to be learned, so much new information trying to make its way to you. But if you're blocked, how can you receive that information? And then let's look at the main themes of your year, sorry. Ceremony, invocation, spiritual practices, spiritual routines. What does your routine look like now? If it's a bit all over the place, put it together. Be more into your spiritual practices. Be consistent. Consistency is key in 2022, because it can be so easy to fall off it. So it's just like, be more concerned with that spiritual side of yourself, and don't concern yourself with everything else that's going on around you. Buy some crystals, buy a tarot deck, as I was saying before. And then we have Eagle Communion, yes. Building a relationship with your higher self. I love that. Clearing your crown chakra, because this moon is cloudy, it's foggy, you can't see it. And maybe your crown chakra is blocked or your third eye is blocked and you need to unblock it somehow so that you can come together with it. You can improve that side of yourself. Oh, I love that group. 4. And then we have Earth Magic Fairies, yes. Step into the light of your gifts. It's like not ignoring it. It's like opening your crown chakra, having different information being funneled down to you and be wondering, okay, where did this come from? You know? It's focusing on what's going to help you and not what's going to hinder you in your spiritual practice, in your growth. Because it seems like you're coming together with yourself. You're learning so much more. Find yourself a spiritual community if that's what you want to do. Look at YouTube channels. Look at pick a card reading, stuff like that. Just so that you can expand your knowledge. And then these two cards here will be the shadow aspects of the year. We have obsession. And we also have peaceful among thorns. Wow. Yes, gotta find your peace. You gotta unblock your crown chakra. And it's like knowing what's yours and what's everyone else's. What's your energy and what's everyone else's energy. Find your balance. Find your peace. Reconnecting with yourself. Meditating more. Because maybe you do concern yourself too much with other people. But you have to concern yourself with yourself. Because peaceful among thorns could be peaceful in other people's arguments, in other people's dramas. And you're not meant to take part in that in 2022. It's all about yourself. Focus on yourself. An obsession, we have thorns here too, growing out of her head. And it's like you're not being able to, you won't be able to see the bigger picture unless you untangle yourself from whatever you're focusing too much on. Avert your attention to something else. Because maybe you're too much in others' energy, as I was saying before. Maybe you're too focused on the relationships that aren't working. And it's time to let it go. So let go of what doesn't concern you anymore. And focus on yourself. Ow. And then we have your self-care messages after that. So we have sundress, do it for you. Yes. Let go of all of these relationships that aren't good for you. Let go of all of these arguments. Do it for you and no one else. Because maybe it leaves you out in the cold. Focus more on yourself and your own happiness. And then we have lavender, surround yourself with love. Surround yourself with those who have a spiritual practice. Surround yourself with those who are aligned with you and love to do the same things that you do. Surround yourself with your good friends, with your best friends, and other communities as well. Have conversations about things that you don't usually talk about as well. And just chill as well with others. With those who have a good energy about them as opposed to those who like to argue, who have a heavy energy about them. And Clover, release your guilt. Release a lot of do your shadow work basically. And by doing that you can release a lot of things that you've been holding on to. So whether that be journaling, I've been journaling every day. I've set myself the task of journaling every morning and every night. And that can be releasing things from your headspace, therefore opening up your crown chakra. You can release through meditation. Things may come up for you through meditation. Journal your meditation. It's just letting go of these big energies that really have an impact on your own energy. With this Knave of Swords, Knave of Wands, as I was saying before, it's like, yeah, you may come across acquaintances and you may never see them again, and that's okay. You may find friends for life, and that's amazing. And you may find people who you just don't connect with and you just leave them behind. So it's like being able to release people as well. And you're doing it all for you. Do what's best for you, group 4. And then we have some extra messages with these tea leaf cards. Oh, you have a lot of these. We have Pig, be aware of greed. And then we have Hand, in need of help, assistance and guidance. So don't be afraid to reach out to people who you feel like you can offer a hand to, or don't be afraid to accept help from others who are on the same page as you, because there are people around you. You just have to find them with the Knight of Wands. and if they're not the right person to ask, move on straight away. If they are, then that's just as good. Skull, hidden secrets may harm you or can harm you. Yeah, because we have the skull here, and it's like your crown chakra may be blocked. So it's like opening your crown chakra, so then this fully formed skull can become something that has an opening in the middle. And this could be just other people being hard-headed in 2022, and you recognizing that and releasing them just as quick. Quill, get back to basics. Yeah, go to basics with the journaling, basics with your spiritual routines, or routine as a whole. Don't make things more difficult than they have to be. And Unicorn, yes. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yes. 2022 is building your intuition, building that side of yourself, and feeling comfortable in that. And move intuitively. So if you feel like you need to make a change, make that change. If you feel like these people are good for you, then stay around those people. You know. And then we have these last cards here. So Lion, believe in your own power, believe in your intuition, group 4. You are a powerful person. You are the king or queen of your own domain. And it's important that you tap into that power you have within yourself and lean into it. Don't hide from it. Don't fear it. Lions can be very fearful, so don't fear. Don't fear your power. Yeah, it may be a lot at first. Maybe it's like, wow, so many synchronicities. I dreamt of this last night and then I see it right in front of me. And that can be quite scary, can be quite fearful. So just lean into it. Alright, so that's what I'm saying for you, group 4, on your year 2022. I'll just reread these messages and that'll be the end of your reading. So group 4, your intuition will be developing and deepening in 2022. Trust your feelings. Buy a tarot deck, build a spiritual practice, practice mindfulness. 2022 brings to you growth. Growth can happen overnight or it can be a slow burner. However, it is for you. It is for you. Patience is key. Don't rush yourself. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing for you, Group 4. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!